Hi, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kalindra Blank,
And I'm Kanada Jenkins.
and we are the founders of Flourishing Families.
So last week, you guys took a poll and it was about fundraising, and you wanted us to answer the question, why is local giving so important? So I'm going to represent you guys, the audience, and Kalindra's going to represent nonprofits, and she's going to start by giving us some statistics.
So I did a little bit of research, and I found that 72% of government funding goes to international and national organizations. This means that your local nonprofit rarely receives enough government funding to assist with the epidemics in your community.
Okay, so why should I care? How does that impact me?
Well, you never know who your neighbors are, and you never know what they're going through. So, for example, if there's a homeless child and your child goes to school with the homeless child, because everybody has a different school zone, then you never know who your child is encountering and what problems that they are facing and how that might impact your child directly.
So what you're trying to tell me is that giving nationally or internationally is bad?
No, I'm not saying that giving internationally or nationally is bad. However, I am saying that it's easier to impact your local community with your dollars and to actually see what's going on with your local nonprofit. For example, that's like saying, I'm going to feed everyone else's child but mine. Why would I do that? I would need to feed my own kids first before I try to help everyone else's.
Whoa, that was really serious. So now, okay, so my next question is, well, nonprofits, they get a bad rap for how they spend their money. How do I know that my money is going to be spent correctly?
Well, first of all, let's just talk about the heart of a giver.
Okay.
Right? You're giving so that you can impact someone's life directly, right? So you want to make sure that you know where your dollars are going and that the local nonprofit is doing what they said that their mission is to do. So an international organization, how are you going to determine what they're doing with your dollars?
How am I going to determine it locally?
Exactly. So the way you can get involved is actually volunteering for the organization. Ask the organization for their financial information. Ask for how their setup is. Ask so many questions until you are appeased with how they're spending your money. However, on a national and international level, it takes so much more time to give you the information that you need. Whereas a local nonprofit is just down the street. You can actually go and figure out more information.
Okay. Well, I always hear, give a dollar, it can help someone, it can save a life. How can $1 save a life?
So, say if I give $1 directly to a homeless person, right? And they do good with the dollar. They don't go out and feed their bad habits, but they actually go and buy an apple, right? Well, they have to pay taxes on that apple. However, if you give your dollar to a nonprofit, they don't have to pay taxes on that. So they could be actually buying more apples with your $1 than that homeless person could with your $1.
Oh, wow. So that's a good thing to think about. So you're telling me I should go to the nonprofit, I should do some research on it. I should pick one that I like. I should do some research on it and then see how they're spending the money.
Exactly. And you want to keep in mind that nonprofits, their financial information should be public information. You shouldn't have to guess if a nonprofit is good or bad. You should not have to sit there with the weight on your shoulder. You should be able to give freely and understand that your dollars are doing good.
Okay. Well, do you have any other questions? Any other information we should know about?
Well, if you want to get involved and you want to know more about the local nonprofits, contact your community housing and development agency. They should be able to direct you to whatever information you need from your local nonprofit. Pick a nonprofit, go volunteer for them first if you're hesitant about giving your dollars. Time is always as good as money.
Okay, so we wanted to let you guys know that if you are following what we're doing, the first week we talked about organizations. The second week we talked about fundraising. Well, next week we're going to talk about volunteering. So Kalindra just led into what we're going to talk about next week. So look for that poll. It'll be coming to you soon, and vote so that we can talk and have a good conversation next week about volunteerism. Thank you.
Thank you.